Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 4. What's that? Are those stars just shining through? I hope so. Otherwise, those are pretty big bombers up ahead of us. Where we last left off, if we go ahead and take a look at the old map, we can see we did some damage to some ships, which is good. That's basically why we're here. Let's go ahead while we're on the surface and snag in some torpedoes. That seems like a good idea. And we need to go off and do something. So we've got a new mission, I do believe, because sinking 10,000 tons of enemy shipping around KA-75, that definitely counted. So now we gotta head down to LZ-92, which is over there, and do some more sinking. That is exactly what we're gonna do. Let's grab our marker. And no, that's not right. Oh well, we'll keep it. Head to the new location. Make sure we're not going to run aground. If anything, we're not. And while we're at it, let's get that eraser out and clean up the map. Now it won't be as confusing. Not that lines, out in the middle of nowhere would be confusing, but still, it's always good to keep a clear map. Other than that, we're just going to let those two guys sail on their merry way. Auf Wiedersehen, chaps. We will see you probably later. Potentially never. That's only for the future to tell. Anyway, guys, that's about all I've got for an intro. So I will see you guys when I have something exciting to share. See you in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are in relatively close to LZ-92. We've got to sink 7,000 tons of shipping. And where are they at? Somewhere out here. There we go. We got two little freighters. They are still out of range to get any sort of, let's pop that down. Even though it is dark, they're still out of range to get any sort of, target. But it looks like we got 3, if I'm reading the sound contacts correctly here. And you know what? I think I am. So 3 targets. Better than 2. It looks like we got a trailer and 2 up close. So let's see. Still not close enough to get any sort of lock. Why is that? Oh no. 3 kilometer. Oh, that would be why. Okay, well, let's switch over to tube 3. Let's see if we can pick up a lock on any of these guys. Doesn't look like we can. That is okay, though. We know where they're headed. And they aren't going all that quickly. Granted, underwater, we're not going quickly either. And if I'm honest, let's see, we're about 5 kilometers from these guys. Oh, come on, give me... Oh, right. That is what I need. Yeah, that's really not going to do it. Our battery power is doing fine, though, so we could kick it to extreme speed. They say flank speed, but I think extreme sounds better. I don't even really know if we need that second one. Let's see, is 7 knots going to get us any closer? No. And still no hope for a lock on any of these guys. Which I gotta say is a bit annoying. But we have ways around that, don't we? We do have a deck gun. Which is always a possibility. And in this case, I think it's a pretty good possibility. Let's go ahead, surface up, and see if we can't start shooting these guys. Come on. Now we're on the surface. We do not need to pause. We probably don't need to be going flank speed ahead. So let's see. I had a question in, albeit a very old video. How do I get into the sight view? It's just rolling up on the mouse button, and then shift and arrow keys allow you to set your range. So I think these guys are about 5 kilometers. Let's see if that's anywhere near what we want it to be. I may have gone a bit under. Now that is what I call a hit. So we'll just go ahead and keep dropping some shells on these guys. You guys know the routine now. Well, that was a ways off. Perhaps poor aim. This guy is traveling, so we do need to lead the target a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit. See, that was probably too much of a lead, but I would imagine these guys are very likely taking evasive maneuvers now that they know they're under fire. And to be perfectly honest, I may have hit this just a bit too early. I could have probably snuck up on these guys. Considering it's night. I don't know that for sure, but it's something in my gut. Some little gut feeling that's telling me that. Now, can we see how quick these guys are going? They are going slow. So we can just adjust our course to hunt these guys down, and why not? Let's put it up to some quick speed ahead. And now we're getting very close to this guy. Gutsy little play to get in within 2 kilometers without really knowing if these guys have guns or not. But, what was it, like 1150 or something? We could drop that down just a tad. Gun loading, come on. There we go. Not even sure of the nationality of these ships, but it looks like they're British. It's good. For a brief moment, I had fears I might be shooting at Japanese ships, and that, well, that would be bad for, German-Japanese relations. For sure. Regardless, this guy is indeed a British ship, and he is indeed on fire, which are, 2 good things. 2 good things. Oh, for the crew of the Columbia, anyway. Perhaps not the crew of this freighter. In fact, there's no perhaps about it. This is not a good thing for the crew of this freighter. But it's a good thing for us. And really, that's all that matters. Yes, there we go. I like seeing fire like that. You are definitely going to be going down. I think we got another one way out there. Got a good broadside shot on him. I think he's about 2.5 kilometers out. Let's see. Nope. Maybe more like 2 kilometers out. There we go. Giving him a good broadside. Always a good shot angle to take. And let's see if we can't get some fire started on this ship too. Perhaps aim for a location where the cargo would be. Who knows what they're carrying? Maybe explosives, maybe ammunition, maybe food. Never really sure. Let's bring it up just a bit so I can get these coming in to the ship. Oh, that was too high. A very slim angle I can hit this ship with. And I know I'm hitting him, but the lack of fire has me concerned. I'd like to see this thing burning soon, but there's no smoke. No fire, no nothing. Just traces of explosions that I know are happening. We're going to kick that up just a little bit. And I know sinking or hitting things along the waterline, that's the way to do it. But you know, sometimes you just want to see the world burn. And this ship is not obliging me, which is frustrating me. Come on! Light on fire. I know you can. I know you're perfectly able to. I also know now we are going far too quickly. Come on. We can probably get one more, and then we'll drop it down. Even though I'm fairly confident this ship is going under. Ooh, that was good. Right in the hole we already made. Come on, give me one more. There we go. And now back out to 2. Come on. We are very quickly running out of high explosive shells. Holy crap! That shot was a winner. I want to see if we can catch this before it goes under. But I do believe that last shot split her in twain! I like it. Better look out. Deck crew, you guys should be panicked. Your ship just, like, split. Yeah, split. That guy's not going anywhere. He's not going to be a concern. So it's really just this last ship over here. Come on, get around. Get around. There we go. That is not anywhere near close enough. Neither is that. There we go. Now that I've got a hit and I know the range, I am going to completely change my ship approach vector so we can do it all again. Let's check on that. That is about 2,100 meters. 2.1 kilometers. Which is why the metric system makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that just caught it. I was afraid that was going to be a miss. And reloaded. There we go. That's what I want to see. Get me some fire on this ship. Maybe another one? We are running very low on high explosive rounds. We could do to start. There we go. Now we got 2 fires going. That's what we all like to see. Maybe a third? Come on, I know you can do it. Yes, there we go. Now if we can get one between these fires, I'll be a happy camper. This thing might be a tanker. No, it's not a tanker. I was getting hopeful. Hoping for a big ship. That may have gone over. I think we're quickly approaching this guy. Yes, yes indeed, we is. Just a few more high explosive rounds left. Want to make sure they count. One more for good measure. Beautiful. Let's load up our armor-piercing shells. We only have 19 of them. That is a concern. We're going to want to drop this down and actually try and punch through the bottom bits of the hull here. And then the last ship we can finish off with a torpedo, because I believe it's stationary. Alright, let's start working this ship over, shall we? We could go a bit lower, maybe about a kilometer out. Maybe just a bit up. Still get that splash in the water, but also the explosion. Hey! That's another ship blown in twain. Let me replot my course. And go see if we can investigate this guy. Another one down. Another one split in half. We've got a little bit of a theme going on today. It's a theme I appreciate. It's a theme I enjoy. Anytime you can split a freighter in half, you know you're doing something right. And to see it just, you know, hang here, few pockets of air remaining before it slips under. Well, these guys, you know, they got a bit of a hope that they're going to survive, I'm sure. Maybe today's the day we take them with the anti-aircraft gun. Maybe it isn't. Let's just see. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Spin it around. There we go. Alright. Let's finish off this guy, shall we? I think he's like about maybe that far out. Yep. And that's all it took for that guy.
Yes, sir.
Let's stop the engines.
I'll stop.
And hope this thing just sinks and doesn't explode. I have a feeling this thing is just going to sink. We put a lot of holes into it. Caused a lot of damage here. Not much on this side under the waterline. Nothing on this side under the waterline. But I think it's safe to say that was a successful little hunt.
New message received.
Alright, so SZ-72 and sink 5,000 tons. Let's check our log. Well, what did we have? We had a Hog Island type A freighter at 4,000 tons, a British medium oil tanker at 3,000 tons, and a little coastal composite at 1,800. Not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's check our new mission objective. And we're heading way over here. What this means... First off, let's clean up the map. What this means is we're going to stop off at the little tanker over here, resupply all of our spent ammunition, and then head on over to the Timor Sea. See what we can see. Alright guys, see you guys in a bit. I'm having flashbacks, guys. So we're here. The seas are kind of rough. But if we take a look at the map, there should be a supply ship right behind us. Or maybe not. Maybe Ox doesn't mean what I think it means. I don't know, because, I mean, obviously we got the port thingy that's there, which is obviously the resupply. So I don't know what Ox means. Auxiliary ships, maybe? But, still, I would imagine something should be here. Maybe it's an auxiliary submarine? Oh, I've already become disoriented. Get up out of the water. Up out of the water. Oh god. Where are we? Right. Okay. There we are. And it's behind us. Alright. Well, I don't know what aux means, but it's not what I thought it was. That's okay. We've got plenty of ports to resupply in. We could even... Well, not at the airfield. But we could head up to Surabaya. That would work. Or Batavia. One of the two. Regardless, we're not resupplying at sea today. That's fine. That's us there. So yeah, I think Batavia is going to be the best bet. So let me just plot a handy-dandy course into Batavia. We'll get ourselves resupplied. And then we'll start doing the BDU's bidding. Should be fun. See you guys in a bit. Alright, well, with the refit complete, we are going to head east through the Jawa Sea, which, as a Star Wars fan, I'm pretty excited about. Thankfully, we don't have any droids for this Sea of Steel from us. Huh? Yeah! 30-year-old pop culture references. I'm full of them. Alright, let's fuel up. Let's fast speed it on out of here. Yeah, fast speed. Not like that slow speed everybody's been talking about. So, yeah. Basically, we're just gonna go through and hit our target. See what we find there. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, well in the typical BDU fashion, they've sent me to patrol an area where no ships go through. So I'm thinking we're going to head into the Timor Sea here and go for a little deeper section in between all the shallows and see if we can't get some ships coming into or out of Darwin. Should be coming along this route. Obviously they can't really go through this chunk of land there, so this looks like it should be a relatively good place to hunt. Maybe even a little bit further south into this area. It looks like some ships are coming through there. Not sure where they're headed to. But, I mean, Darwin looks like the only place they could be going to. So setting up a bit of a quote-unquote blockade of the port might not be a bad idea. We'll see what happens. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, well, we've got ourselves a destroyer, and back there is another ship. Happy days indeed. We should be in range of our electric torpedoes. It is night, which is good. I'm thinking we'll just follow this destroyer along a bit. Oh, it looks like he might be changing course here. Is he coming for us? I don't see how. He shouldn't have seen us. But it does look like he's pulling some fancy maneuvers, doesn't it? Let's check on his escort. They're going straight through. So we'll just keep our eye on this guy and see what he does. Yeah, he's definitely pulling maneuvers. So perhaps I submerged just a little bit too slowly. I'm not entirely certain. But it might not be worth it to get a shot off on the escort, who's definitely dipsy-doodling around. But doesn't appear to want to engage us, which is just fine by me. Let's zoom out. Where's your troop ship? There it is. Let's lock onto that sucker and zoom in. That is a big ship. That is a big ship that is not pulling maneuvers. That's good to know. Alright, well, we will keep our eye on this guy just for a little bit, see what he does. Maneuvering around, no doubt looking, perhaps, for a submarine to sink. Don't worry, little destroyer man, you are not our target. It's this sucker that is. Nice big troop ship. So we will wait as it trundles along until we get into a position where our torpedo will not have to do much work to get a shot. And there we have it. Tube 1, let's go. Let's open up Tube 2. These are the electric torpedoes. They will not be leaving a wake, so it should be relatively easy for these ships to hit their mark. Or these torpedoes, I should say, to hit their mark. And then if this guy does cause us any trouble, we can always pull a 180 and use our homing torpedoes to home in on the guy. Let's drop those down. Take a look at our torpedo map. And they are moving along quite nicely. Let's hit the cheaty view and see what we can see. Get under. Can we hear him? Can we see him? Oh, there's one. Nice and low, right along the bottom of the ship. Should cause a couple of issues, and there should be one more coming in. Boom! 2 torpedoes, pretty much the same place. This troop ship looks like it might be continuing on, though. Let's see. They know we're here now. So, using stealth, not really all that necessary. Let's see if we can finish this guy off with a 3rd torpedo. I think he's pretty much stationary. If not, going to be quite quickly. Let's hop back up. This torpedo we should see going. And you know what? I'm not sure. I have a feeling we fired this guy with that troop ship doing about 3 knots, but I don't think it's doing 3 knots anymore. I think it's doing 0 knots. So we'll see if the momentum of the ship is enough to carry it into the path of this torpedo. It might be. It just might be. I think it will be. Meanwhile, the escort is way out there doing some signaling. No doubt a little upset with itself for dodging and diving for really no apparent reason. When they should have been, you know, keeping their eye on the freighter that they're supposed to protect. Because this is now torpedo number 3. And that should sink it, giving us 7,000 tons and a mission complete. I like it. Now, what we want to do quickly is turn our turn our ship around. Let's get that periscope down. And we want to pull this maneuver pretty fast. About like that would be good, actually. We can cut our engine. And put this right behind us. Because we've got torpedoes I want to test out. I want to try these homing torpedoes. Because I think they might be just the answer we're looking for these pesky destroyers. So we can see them coming in here. No doubt wondering what's up, what they can do to assist. Although really, are they coming in? The freighter's all but gone. There's my ship. So I want to be looking this way. I have a feeling that escort may have, fled the scene. No, I'm not going to do anything stupid like, surface to test this theory out, but oh no, there he is. But is he coming this way? I mean, it looks like he's getting closer. But we're still not able to get a lock, I don't think. Oh. Maybe briefly. Let's see. A Clemson destroyer. 4 kilometers out. Maybe even 5. What's your range? 5.7 with some passive acoustic thingamajigs. Alright, well, let's give it a shot. I mean, these things should be homing torpedoes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure how far out that destroyer is, which does make these things a little more difficult to judge. But I would also imagine this sucker should be leaving some kind of wake. Somewhere. Okay, so here's where the destroyer is. Sitting there, not moving. That could be a bit of an issue for my homing torpedo. I'm not gonna lie. It's also an issue for getting a any sort of sound contact to actually target this guy. But he's definitely not moving. They don't know what to do. They've lost their escort. And they're not sure how to proceed. Where did that homing torpedo go? There it is. Coming along. Again, I've got no reference for this ship. Or for the ship, so I don't know if this torpedo is going to hit. If it's going to not hit.
Torpedo missed, sir.
It missed.
Tube 1 ready, sir.
Good to know. Okay, so what we're going to want to do then is get ourselves kind of set up to go along after the guy. Which would be more, I guess, along that direction. We'll give that a try. Speed ourselves up. And let's take a look out the front of the ship. And somewhere out here should be a very patient destroyer. There it is. With, no real ability to get a good solid lock on it. Let's just go ahead and open up tube 1 anyway. And no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Haha, learning shortcuts. Learning the shortcut keys. Always good. Nope, that's definitely what I want. And we'll kind of put you, I guess, in a position more along the lines of like that.
Tube 2 ready, sir.
Okay, so, I don't know why this destroyer is just sitting here. Couldn't tell you what the thought process is. But what I can tell you is that if he is not going to be moving, I am going to take this shot. Because why wouldn't you? He's just sitting here, not moving, out in the middle of the ocean, pretty much a straight-on shot, too, I might add. It looks like we've got ourselves another electric torpedo. So there's no wake, of course, if they're watching it fly through the air, then they know what's coming for them. If they're not, then I'm feeling pretty good about myself. There it goes. On its merry way. And this will be hands down the easiest destroyer kill I've got in Silent Hunter 4. Maybe one of the first destroyers I've actually killed as well. Haven't really killed too many. This is certainly not Silent Hunter 5. But it feels good. It feels nice to be able to strike fear in the hearts of the Royal Navy yet again. Where are you at, Torpedo? Did you miss? Let's see. Nope. No, you're coming along, and you're coming along nicely, I might add. Any moment now. Any moment now. Well, dear destroyer, you were shucking and jiving when you didn't know a submarine was out. And when you did know a submarine was out, you stayed still. I have a feeling your captain was kind of backwards in his training. In the meantime, let's take a look at this. We opened up quite a big hole in the side of this destroyer, pretty much wrapping around to the other side. There is not much left to this guy. That's for sure. We'll be going down quick. We got a lifeboat in the water, but it is empty. No sense shooting that. And quite quickly, she goes under. Complete with explosions under the sea. That's feeling pretty good, guys. Let's go ahead,
Yes, sir.
surface the
New
boat,
deck, 4. New deck, 4.
and let's check our captain's log. Very light ship. 1,000 tons, basically. 1,200, I guess, if we want to do the rounding. 1,190? 1,190. That would be the way to say that. I don't know why that took me so long. And hey, look at this. It's my birthday in-game. Well, that's not a bad way to celebrate a fake birthday. Almost 10,000 tons sunk right there. I like it. Are you empty? You are. I'm not going to bother shooting you then. Where's the Columbia? I guess there she be. Let's get back on deck and enjoy these victorious moments. Check our mission. Radio in. SZ-78, attack enemy shipping at your discretion, but make the enemy feel it. 7,000 tons would be a good start. SZ-78, let's find out where we're off to next. Clean up our lines. We've done pretty good hunting today. Oh, I'm not cleaning, I'm drawing new ones. SZ-78. Further south, perhaps ships will be coming through here along the coast of Australia, perhaps from Fremantle up to Darwin, perhaps coming along this way. I don't know, but I'm not very hopeful. I doubt there's going to be a lot of activity there. Regardless, this is going to be a good place to leave the video for today, so thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Another 40,000 tons this mission. That's pretty good, guys. I'm liking the way we're headed. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.